people of YouTube and Vinley, welcome to today's video. This video is going to be a coming out part 2 video, which is not really like coming out, because if you want to see talking about coming out and shit and me coming out to you guys, you can go and watch my first video, but it's going to be talking about my experiences with coming out and what I've experienced coming out, because I've been out for like a year now and I'm asexual. I came out 11 months ago, apparently, almost a year ago, and wow, it has 400 views now. Some things I might say might be in that video as well, but I'm just gonna try and, I'm just gonna tell you about coming out experiences and stuff. Okay, first one is, like I said in that video, wait till I get into a relationship to see if I'm 100% sure about being asexual. So I did. Bye came along, and we both had feelings for each other, and then we started dating in like September. Well, it was 21st in my country, so I'm just gonna say that for this video. Yeah, I never felt any sexual attraction to him, and before we started dating, it was either the day before or the day that like I talked about him, I was talking to him. No, I just came out to him and I'm like, I might be asexual. So I just kind of said that. I had to explain it, and then he was like, he thought it meant the opposite, like he thought I get turned on easily, which no, asexuality is not that. It's the complete opposite. We don't get turned on easily. We don't feel sexual attraction, or we're not interested sexually. There are some asexuals that might be, but everyone's different. But I'm just not, you know, everyone's different. Every asexual out there is different in some way, so we're not all the same. I first came out to him and he was really accepting of it, which I'm thankful, it's nice to have someone who's accepting of your sexuality, isn't it? He's accepted that. He would never force sex on me and stuff, and he said, I'll do it if you're willing, which I probably never will be, and he's completely fine with that. He's not asexual himself, but luckily he wouldn't mind. Yeah, so he was like the first person that actually came out to, and then a few days into our relationship or something in September, I believe this was, he said he pulled a prank on one of his friends, saying that he got me pregnant, which is obviously not true. I don't know if you believed it, I can't remember now, but that gave me an idea to do the same thing to my best friend, which I did that. No, I did it to Hazza first, because he was the second person I came out to. Pranked him saying I was pregnant and shit, and I think he actually fell for it almost. I think he did for a second. He's like, wait, what? You might have to get an abortion or something. That's what he was like, shit. I think he was a bit worried for me because and stuff. And then in the end I'll be like, I'm just joking, this is a prank, I'm not really pregnant. And plus I'm asexual, which that means I feel sexual attraction and shit. And he was really accepting of that, so thank you, Hazza. And I was telling him I was going to do the same to my best friend Loza, which I did, and he was like, I would have been in it as well. I'm like, okay. It did feel really awkward, to be honest, when he was in the prank with me when I was doing it to Loza, because it's in a group chat. I don't know, just why. Even though she's my best friend, it was still awkward. Yeah, I guess sometimes pranks can be a bit awkward, but so depending on what you're pranking your friend on or whatever. But the way he was saying he was got me pregnant and shit, which Loza didn't really believe it because the way me and Hazza did it, well, Hazza, but yeah. And then after I just came out to Loza as well, I'm like, yo, I'm asexual and shit. So she was the third person I told, and she was completely accepting of that. So thank you, Loza, for being accepting of that as well. Yeah, I'm just thankful you, Loza and Hazza, were accepting of me being asexual. Basically, I don't know what I was saying, but and then I kind of slowly come out to some of my internet friends. So I think Ryan was one of my friends was one of the first person to come out to, which is probably the fourth person or something like that, telling him before I came out publicly. Yeah, and he was accepting of that. I kind of probably had to explain what asexuality is, but he's accepting of it, and he still is today, and I still speak to him. I can't remember who else I told. Oh yeah, one of my old ex-friends that I no longer speak to. I might have told him before I came out publicly, and there was probably a few other people. Yeah, thanks to all my friends being accepting of it though. Then on 13th of June, when I made, well, it wasn't when I made the video, but I was a bit nervous about putting that video up. I really was. I think I was talking to Briara at the time, and I was like, I made this video, like I showed it to him first, I think, before I made it public, because sometimes he gets a sneak peek of my videos before anyone else does. Briara does, because he's a lucky man. That's why sometimes you might see his comment from 4 days ago, and I might just put the video up today, for example, or something like that. I was so nervous to come out that day. Like, I had the video unlisted probably for a few days, and then I was just like so nervous to press public that day, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. I feel like the time is right, so. And I was so nervous about what people would say in that, but a lot of my friends were like really accepting of that. Like Briara was like, oh hi, I am really proud of you for coming out no matter what, I love you. So I'm thankful that he loves me no matter what and stuff. And he was probably the first commenter. if I put newest first. Yeah, it was. And then I think my friend Shannon commented, Shanna as I call her, commented saying, I'm proud of you and I still accept you. I think she commented that, and then she said, I don't know what I am and stuff with sexuality and stuff, which it doesn't show now because that was one of her old accounts that she deleted, but I remember she did. And then my friend Ryan commented on it saying, good on you for coming out to the public, Caz, and I was like, thanks. And then I got my fair share, I guess, of ace phobia or something like that. Like, I got this one comment, probably someone who doesn't really get asexuality, so I'm just gonna read it to you. I'm not sure what's so scary in coming out as asexual. American society wants us all to be a good little worker, be drums, I don't know. They want us to have an absolute minimum necessary interest in sex and have 2.2 children after that. Forget about sex and focus on work. The only problem with American society that asexuals is that they might not have children but love the lack of interest in sex otherwise. Asexuals, you are loved for the tools that people who want other things to be you to be. Your peers might not care that you're young, but you'll grow out of it and join in to two kids. Yeah, some people just don't grow out of it, but he was probably, I'm guessing he's a guy. Some people just don't understand what asexuality is, which I guess I can see your point, but I don't think I'd grow out of it. Same with many people who are asexual. Because I know I've been told things like, oh, you'll grow out of this, you'll find someone who'd want to have sex with. I don't think I ever would. The thought of sex even sounds pretty fucking gross to me. I don't even like people nude, let alone what else, like sex and shit. I'm just not interested in it. I don't think I ever will, but that's just me. But if you're not asexual and shit, you wouldn't know why it could be scary to come out as asexual or aromantic. But I do, because it was, kind of scary at the time, because he was like, what will people think of me? So I just ignored that comment, but you will get people like that, but I know it's a real sexuality, and so do many other people. Just more people need to be educated probably on asexuality and aromantic. Like, I believe both of them are real sexuality. And also, if we want kids, we don't have to go through the sex way of doing it. Like, I don't like the thought of being pregnant, and I probably never will get pregnant, and we can also adopt a kid if we really want a kid, if we don't want to do the sex part of it and then get pregnant, which I do not like the sound of pregnancy or having sex. Not my cup of tea. My friend Mary commented about 9 months ago when she was figuring out her sexuality, which you can go and check out her channel because she does videos on like asexuality, romantic stuff and that. And she said, I just found this video, but it's nice to have that I have a friend who's like me. I'm new to the community, but I truly feel I'm asexual. I'd love to talk about it sometime with you on Twitter. This is when I quit Twitter, but we talked about it on Instagram, I think it's time. But I'm back on Twitter now if you want to follow. It's quite cool how, ever since I've come out, like, publicly, a lot of my friends, well, not all of them, but a few of my friends are actually asexual like me, like Mary, for example, and probably a few others. So I think that's really, really cool. And I've actually found some people who are asexual like me. So yeah, so me and her did talk about it, and then someone about a month ago commented, hey, I just found you, and I'm also ace, and I love your intro, and I sub to you, so I said, oh, thank you. So yeah, generally, thanks. I haven't really made much asexual videos. Then I came out to my mum. I don't know if I did come out to her before I come out publicly or what, I can't remember, but I did come out. I didn't really understand it, so I kind of had to explain what it is, but she was alright about it. I think she was accepting, she didn't really mind. She didn't really have a go at me over it or anything, so she still loves me. And I think a few days after that, I was in college and I was thinking about coming out to my dad. And that day, like the day after coming out on YouTube and stuff, one of my friends in college was just like, I saw your video, I still accept you and stuff, I'm proud of you. And I'm like, oh my god, thank you. Like, I'm just so happy with like how many people were proud of me and supported me no matter what my real life friends were accepting. And this is when I tried to come out to my dad that day. It was that day I was in college, and I think that's when my friend said she was accepting, and I was like, all day I was writing in my diary and shit saying, I'm gonna come back to my dad tonight, I'm gonna fucking do this shit. And I did. When I got home, I tried to when he got home from work. I was really nervous as shit trying to come out to him, and I was like, Dad, you don't know my sexuality, right? Because I didn't know how to say it, like, I didn't know, it was really awkward. I didn't know what he was going to say, or if he was going to have a go at me. I don't know why he would have a go at me over that. And you know what he did? He fucking ignored me. So imagine being nervous as shit trying to come out to someone and the person's just ignoring you and won't fucking listen to you. Yeah, that fucking upset me. So I tried to say 3 times. I was like, Dad, you don't have a sexuality, do you? You're ignoring me watching TV. And I was like, Dad, you don't. No. I just did it like 3 times. And last time he was like, I was like, what the fuck? I didn't say anything. I was just shut up after and I wanted to cry. And I did. I went up to my room and cried. Like, don't do that to someone who's trying to come out. Just try to listen to them, okay? Never do that. And then I didn't end up coming out to him because I'm scared he's gonna do that again. Like, don't do that. Like, what the fuck? You know, I was trying to come out to you or be happy and I'll come out to everyone. I was trying to eventually to almost everyone. You need to fucking do that to me. It's just the way my dad is, I suppose, sometimes. I don't exactly hate him, but that did really upset me at the time that he would do that and not listen to what I had to say about that. Trying to be happy with being asexual and coming out to people I know and stuff as well as YouTube. There's one time when me and my mum was talking about sexualities and stuff and like asexual and stuff, and then I was with my dad as well and he was like, asexual, what's that? So I had to explain. I don't think I said that I was because I don't know if he knows to this day if I'm asexual or not, but who the fuck knows. But yeah, I was just like, it's people who don't feel sexual attraction, but he didn't say anything else. Yeah, I don't know, he never said anything back, I don't think, after that. So. And then I think like a month later, I actually came out to my little brother and I was like, just gonna randomly tell you this, I'm asexual. So yeah, he seemed pretty fine with it though, and he was like accepting. And I asked him if he knew what he was, and he was like, yes. I was like, wow, you actually know, that's amazing. Maybe he has been doing his research on sexualities, which is good on him that he knew, because not many people know what asexuality is. So I was glad that he already knew. I didn't have to explain to him like I do with many people. And then I was actually gonna try and come out to my nan and shit like that, but I actually never did. Probably partly because she probably wouldn't understand it anyway, but my nan's really nice. Both of my nans are really nice, so I think they both would be accepting anyway. So my nans are never really horrible, and my granddad. I was hoping to come out to most of my family eventually, but I don't know. Some of my family follow me on Instagram. Yeah, some of my family follow me on Instagram, so I think they can kind of figure out when I post asexuality stuff. Sometimes I do, which is fine. I don't mind. I'm sure they're fine with it anyway. I even recently posted one today. Yeah, I posted that today for Pride Month and stuff. When me and my mum kind of had a conversation earlier, it made me want to post it even more. And then one of my friends commented on it saying this. I think there might be an ace flag, but with the colours, but it's Pride Month, so people need to be open-minded and accept asexuality though. And I commented back saying, I agree, same goes with aromantic too. I know a lot of people who accept and support gay, bi people, but what about ace and aro? I think that's how you say it. They're human too and need to be accepted, and we exist in the LGBT+. I posted that for Pride Month as well, and that, which was for Pride Month, which I put on everything I have an account for. I posted more asexual things in the past, probably last year when I first came out and for Pride Month last year. Yeah, like that. I made a Kirby on my Surface tablet, an asexual curve. It looks kind of shit, but hey, made it for fun. Oh yeah, my other asexual Kirby I edited of me, and that was the day I came out. I posted that. No wait, a few days before it came out. I came out first on Instagram first, and I was like, yup, that's me. That's when I first came out. Oh my god, the 11th of June is when I came out on Instagram first, and then I did that on YouTube. So didn't get any comments on Instagram, but yeah, this is true though, what asexuality is, I suppose. Just because I'm asexual does not mean I am incapable of love. I don't want to snuggle up, I don't want to kiss, I'm not queer nor straight, I don't love you to death and beyond. It just means I just skip the sex part and go directly to romance, which is true as fuck, because I do. Most like asexuals, we just skip the sex part because we just don't want that, we're not interested. Like the other picture says, we are not broken and we don't need mental help or anything like that. Oh yeah, and that as well, I drew near the end of, in July. I drew that. I've got that on my wall, that picture. And then I kind of, I suppose, come out to people in real life. Like, I might be talking to someone and, like, I don't know, my real life friends that might not know, and I'll be like, yo, I'm asexual if I'm talking about something. I don't know what I'm saying, but like, I remember like someone in real life came out to me saying they was bi, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool, and I still support you and all that. And I just said, I'm asexual, so that means I'm not I don't feel sexual attraction. Seemed fine with it, I suppose. I don't know. I think so. She don't hate me. And I don't hate her for being bi, because I'd be fucked up if I hated her just because she was bisexual. I don't hate anyone in the LGBT. It's a-okay. That's what Belle says. It's a-okay. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you about this conversation I had earlier with my mum, which we was talking about relationships and stuff. We was talking about some woman, and then we started talking about relationships and dating and stuff, and then we started to talk about asexuality a bit. And then she was saying this, how to have a proper real relationship you need to have sex. Like, no you fucking don't. Okay, many people won't get it and think you do, but you don't need sex in a fucking relationship for it to be real or proper. Because like me, I'm asexual. I'm never gonna have sex. I only want the romantic part of a relationship, but it's still a fucking real relationship. Just because I don't want sex doesn't make it not real. Sex is not important in relationships at all. Some people seem to think it is, but it's not. The way I feel relationships are how you guys love each other, how much you love each other, and how much you care for each other. And yeah, like asexual does not mean I am incapable of love, because like I said, asexuals doesn't mean it's not a real relationship just because we don't have fucking sex. Like, what the fuck? Sorry, but it kind of pissed me off earlier when Rob said that. I had to explain to her. I didn't get mad at her though. Asexual relationships are fucking real. Don't let anyone tell you they aren't and that you have to have sex in a relationship, because you don't. Some people just don't get asexuality and just need to do their research. They're aromantic, and I believe asexual is a real sexuality. Same with aromantic. They're both real sexualities, and everyone in the LGBT plus community are valid. Like asexuals, aromantics, gays, bis, and pans, and way more sexualities out there. All valid, okay? All amazing. Don't let anyone tell you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go now, so happy Pride. Bye guys!